Got to keep this moving. So let's go to the Sun Belt. UL Monroe at Marshall. Marshall finds a way. Lou Monroe keeps it close. We both took Marshall to cover the spread and win. They did win, did not cover the spread there. Lou Monroe, I mean, once again, just continue to be a dangerous team in the Sun Belt for some of these teams at the top. Marshall, with the loss of Old Dominion, I believe Marshall still plays Old Dominion later in the season. If they win that game, Georgia Southern, drops another one. I don't know if Georgia Southern and Marshall have played yet.
Yeah, Georgia
I want
Southern beat
to.
Marshall.
Okay, so they do have the tiebreaker on that one. So I
I
guess
think
Marshall
that was
still
when
needs to keep winning.
Marshall blew a big time lead in that game. Again. That's
Oh
when
yeah,
Georgia
that was a
Southern
big
came
time
back,
one. And
21
then Georgia
points in the fourth
Southern
quarter.
came back against South Alabama too this
The
past week. It's that
fighting JC Frenches over there.
fighting JC French's, Clay held and put in the work over there. But yeah, I mean Marshall still finding a way to win. Okay, this team's going bowling. Lou Monroe's team that's probably going bowling as well. The Sun Belt, dude, last year where they have 13 teams to go bowling, and
I think it was
yeah, so Lou
11.
Monroe and Marshall, I think find one more win. I mean, they're. I think it was legitimately like 13 teams. Like, I legitimately
I
think it
was like
was like
everyone but one or two or something like that.
yeah. I think the only team that didn't go bowling last year, I think it was Southern Miss and Lou Monroe were the only two that didn't go bowling. So maybe it's 12. Yeah, that's crazy,
Yeah,
man.
because I remember the whole East side, they all went bowling, the whole division.
Yeah. And you talked about, two impact players in this game. You talked about Turner at the running back spot who, maybe didn't have his best game. But then you talked about Hardy over there from Monroe. 25 carries, 207 yards, and a touchdown. That's enough to win you a game right there. But, I mean, Marshall was kind of in control with about 3 minutes left to go in the game. But they still put up a fight, man. They still put up a fight. And so, yeah, I mean, good job by Marshall, the Thundering Herd over there. Team that I think is kind of outperforming my expectations. Obviously, Lou Monroe is outperforming my expectations, but Sunbelt last year, I kind of got burned with them by them, kind of tailing them in a lot of games in the bowl season. But I'm gonna have a tougher time, riding the Sunbelt when it comes bowl season this year around. But man, they got some frisky teams over there that like winning ball games. So it's competitive. It is a competitive conference. That East division is going to be awesome to watch and see what kind of tiebreakers. I know Georgia Southern's kind of like in the lead right now, but there are definitely some weird tiebreakers like who beat who is crazy over there.
I,
Because
I
Old Dominion, I mean James Madison, I mean, and this bunch of them still play each other too. It's not over.
Oh, and I think it's more about like the big upsets you've seen, and also I think everyone expects Georgia Southern to lose another game, so that's why we're all like, okay, the East Division is going to be crazy. Louisiana's looking very dominant right there in the West, but obviously anything can happen there. I think pretty sure they play Arkansas State this week, don't they? Yeah, it's in Louisiana, but still they've been playing better in the Sun Belt as well. As for this game, though, yeah, like you said, Hardy's a monster for ULM. I love to see him get going there. That big 80-yard run was huge, but they couldn't quite finish it out. I get that. Marshall, I was impressed with them. Braxton does some good things. Not super efficient, but he does some good things. They didn't get Turner going, and they still found a way to win. That's awesome.